Question 2, Bill Butler.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Executive when it plans to meet the Chief Executive of Scottish Water and what will be discussed.
Stuart Stevenson.
Regular meetings are held between officials and the Chief Executive of Scottish Water on a full range of issues concerning the business. Ministers last met the Chief Executive with the Chair and Board of Scottish Water in October and plan to meet the Chair and Chief Executive in March 2009 to discuss the draft business plan for 2010-2014.
Bill Butler.
I thank the Minister for his reply. During those discussions in October, I hope that the Minister expressed his government's and the Chamber's sincere thanks to the staff of Scottish Water for their hard work since 2002, which has achieved savings of £1 billion through efficiency savings and reduced operating costs. I also hope he will acknowledge here today that the ongoing dispute over Scottish Water's imposition of a 15-month pay deal is having a detrimental effect on both its staff's financial situation and their morale. Given that over the same period, the remuneration of Scottish Water's various executive directors rose substantially from an average of £108,000 per annum to £172,000 per annum, does the Minister agree with me that the staff of Scottish Water should be fairly rewarded for their dedication with a just pay settlement and not the arbitrary imposition of what amounts to a wage cut?
Minister.
Presiding Officer, the member may be interested to know that my colleague, the Cabinet Secretary, met with the Scottish Water Unions yesterday and had productive discussions. I absolutely would like to associate myself with Mr Butler's tribute to the staff, who have been an absolutely significant part of the success of Scottish Water since 2002. In relation, of course, to the remuneration of the senior people in the company, the rules and processes by which their remuneration is set stem entirely from decisions from the previous administration.
Jeremy Purvis.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. In light of what the Minister has just said, will he please refer to the Finance Committee's official report, where the Deputy Head of Finance in the Scottish Government confirmed that the new contract for the new Chief Executive of Scottish Ministers was substantially different from that of his predecessor, and indeed is a derivation from the senior executive pay policy put in place by this government. Which was the Minister that signed off the new contract with the new pay of this Chief Executive?
Stop.
The member, Presiding Officer, will be aware that the previous administration set down the policies and practices in relation to the remuneration of senior members of Scottish Water in the context of some substantial difficulties in retaining the expertise necessary to manage that company. And it's in that context that the remuneration of the new Chief Executive was set.
McNulty.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. Can the Minister confirm that it remains the policy of the Scottish Government to ensure that Scottish Water remains firmly in the public sector and it continues to progress and rival the most effective working of water companies elsewhere in the UK?
Minister.
Yes.